This table will be accountable, on the one hand, to the Premier directly himself.
A joint consultation table with the Quebec government and the province's First Nations is the latest announcement by the province aiming to repair relations with the Indigenous population. Premier Legault sat down with the chief of the Assembly of First Nations for Quebec and Labrador here at his Montreal offices Tuesday.
The political table where we'll have Chief Picard and Yann Lafrenière will be able to do a part of the work. But we know very well that we have to negotiate one by one with each nation.
For us, that will be kind of a vigilance over what will be announced very soon. So we'll be working together, the two group of us, and that's why it's so positive.
10 nations, 41 communities, different realities, different priorities as well. So it's a matter of, for us to, in the next coming few weeks, to make that determination.
It isn't yet determined who will be at the table, co-chaired by Chief Picard and Minister Lafrenière, nor how often they'll meet. But Premier Legault says he wants to check in 6 months down the line.
If Indigenous peoples are going to be at the round table, they need to be able to have the strong voice in facilitating making decisions, not just a simple voice.
Chances are it's going to be mostly Indigenous reps discussing, the issues that we face. It's pretty much a global issue. Indigenous people, not receiving proper care at the hospitals.
Quebec meeting with different First Nations since the death of Atikamekw woman Joyce Echaquan back in September in a Joliette hospital when she filmed staff making derogatory comments against her. The video shared worldwide. On Monday, the Atikamekw community submitting a list of recommendations to the Quebec and Canadian governments called Joyce's Principle to ensure that Indigenous people have equal access to the highest standard of government-run health services.
The Minister, Dubé, said he was extremely hoping to look into that principle and to see how it could be applied.
Over at Place d'Armes in Old Montreal Tuesday, McGill and Concordia's Indigenous Student Alliance were spreading awareness about Indigenous issues. The same day, McGill University announced they're changing their men's varsity team name from Redmen to Redbirds.
Instead of simply changing the name, spread awareness on the current issues going on in every single system.
What is the list of issues that will find their place on our agenda? And I think that's something that we need to determine for ourselves. Obviously, Quebec has its own views, and we have our own.
In Montreal, Alyssia Rubertucci, City News.